Happy Tuesday, Floss Tube. 2 days in a row. You're seeing me 2 days in a row. So when you see me the second day in a row, you get the second day hair, which is sewing hair. So I have a shop update to tell you about today. I've decided to go back to using my camera, my phone on my camera, the camera on my phone, because I didn't want to have to worry about things focusing today, because I really wanted to make sure that you could see what I was trying to show you. So I have some other bags to share with you first, some ones that I have not shared on FlossTube but that are up in the shop, and then a couple of new bags that are going into the shop. And then I'm going to end today with the late summer Evertote 2019 kit. So I'll save that to the end. So I'll be brief. The first bag set that I'm going to share with you is a fabric that I've actually used this fabric as a liner before in one of my big bags, but it's such a fun fabric that I decided to use it as the main print. So it is the button fabric. This is the button fabric, multicolored buttons. This is the wedge tote. I've paired it with, the wedge tote has denim on the bottom, a side strap, and then I used a really fun red gingham on the inside. So the button bags come with a red scissor pouch. This is from the same line of fabric, and if you look closely, the red in the button is the exact same red of the scissor fabric. I have the yellow, the mustard, and the blue as well, and you've seen those prints before. So that's the pairing for this bag. That's the wedge tote. A wedge tote will fit an 8-inch square Q-snap or a 6-inch Q-snap, as well as, you know, various sized hoops. And the thing that lots of people like about the wedge tote is the fact that it's got that wider bottom so that you can fit, you know, lots more stuff. So that is the wedge tote, and I also have it in a medium flat. So this fits an 8x11 Q-snap or an 8-inch square easily. This also has the red gingham on the inside, and I don't have it listed as a large bag, but I could easily make this into a large flat. The large flat fits the 11-inch square Q-snap. Okay, so that's the button fabric, and that's been on the site for a little while, so you may have seen that before if you've been looking in the shop before this point. Okay, the next set of bags that I have, again, this is another print that I kind of snuck up into the Etsy shop a little while ago. I posted about it on Instagram. I always usually post the new stuff on Instagram if I'm going to slip something into the shop that I haven't talked about on FlossTube. So if you're interested, you can follow me over there. It's at Evertotes. That's the Instagram page. So this was a really lovely, very summery print that I did in a small flat style. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite sizes because it fits an 8-inch square Q-snap perfectly. So, you know, for those, I have my Ink Circles Forest Flower in one of these, the one that has the spools on it, and the size of it is just perfect. It fits in your purse. Well, I carry a big purse. It fits in my purse, and I can take it around with me, and it also fits inside the larger project bag. So I can have 1 or 2 projects in here, and then I'll actually be able to fit this in there as well with the project in it. They're surprisingly roomy. So this is I love this print. So if you look closely, these little things here, they're little strawberries. So you have to really be looking for them to know that they're strawberries, but it's just such a pretty print. Now this small one I paired with a fun fabric on the inside. It looks like a little flat sign, little flat symbol, but I just thought those colors were just so perfect together, and it was a bit of a nice fun surprise on the inside. So that's the small. That one's been up for a little while. But I decided to dig into the rest of that fabric and make it into the rest of the set of bags that I was going to do. So I actually have to show you, pardon my reach here. Excuse me. Okay, so I decided that I would pair this fabric with this really cool coral fabric that I have. Now this fabric, I've used this kind of fabric before on the a few of the bags that have the blue navy gradient fabric on the bottom. So this is a gradient fabric. It's put out by, is it Cotton and Steel? I'm pretty sure it's Cotton and Steel. Anyways, it's Melody Miller. Gradient Basics by Melody Miller. And so what is so cool about this is that on one end of the fabric, it starts off quite dark. It's just like hand-dyed fabric. And then towards the other end of the length of the width of the fabric, excuse me, not the length, it starts to do its gradient into a lighter version of the color family. So it goes from a dark coral to a very light coral. So that's the width of fabric there, what it looks like. Isn't that cool? But I mean, what do you do with that, right? Like, how would you use that to its best advantage? So I think I did something pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with this. So I'll show you the cross stitch. I only have one wedge tote, so I'll show you that after. So what I did was I took two pieces. So I took two widths of fabric and I put them together so that I could cut two pieces that would be from the same part of the gradient. Okay? So for one bag, I cut the accent. This is backwards. So the accent came from the darkest. Then I got the notions pouches out of the next bit of darkness. And then when it started to go into the lighter shade up to the top, I used that for the lining for each bag. So each width of fabric was enough to make the set, but I needed two, and out of two of them I was able to match. So here, I'll show you what I'm talking about, if that didn't make any sense. So here's what the flat bag looks like. So as you can see, I've got the darkest part of the coral on the bottom, and because I cut two at a time with a different strip, I was able to match the darkest part. So the bottom of the bag is the same. The notions pouch is the next layer up on the gradient. And then the lining on the inside is the lighter part of the coral. So it almost has that sort of beautiful light mottled hand-dyed look. You're seeing through the fabric to what's the main print there. That's that blotch there. So that part there, that corally flower. So it's not that it's subtle, but it's really pretty and it's a little bit different. So I have only 9 of these sets available. So this is the medium set. I have 9 available. I also have 4 and only 4 of the large bags. The large flat which will take an 11-inch square. The large flat comes with this as the notions pouch because I didn't have enough of the coral to out of the amount of fabric. So I had to make them out of this. A lot of this has to do with, you know, what will work with what to make the best use of the fabric that you have. So I have 9 medium sets with the coral. I have 4 large sets with this is the notions pouch. I have 1 wedge tote. The wedge totes they're never quite as popular as the flat sets, so I don't tend to make as many of them. If you're looking for a wedge tote and you don't see one in a fabric that you like, feel free to email me or message me. I'm always happy to chat about options. So I have one wedge tote with a side strap, and this one comes with the coral pouch. And again, it has the same story on the inside with that lightest part of the fabric. So one wedge tote, 4 large, 9 medium, and then I think I have the rest of the fabric, the rest of what I have, I think I have maybe 6 left of the small ones, and that's it. That's it. That fabric is then all gone. Okay, so last but not least, I am very proud to now tell you about what I've been quietly working on in the background for the summer kit. Now, last year I released the kit from the cottage. This year, I'm not releasing the kit from the cottage, but I am actually going to be making your kit at the cottage. So it is still technically a Seagull Point Summer 2019 Evertote Holiday Collection. So these are pre-orders. And I should be clear, that's the case with pretty much everything that's in the shop. When you order a bag off the shop, I then make it and ship it to you. So my ship time usually, I try to get it out between 1 and 2 weeks from the time that you order it. Timing for this particular shop update, I may have to add an extra week to that time, and I really hope that that's okay. I know you're going to be anxious to get your stuff, but it's just me sewing away, making those orders. So I will do my very best to get them out as fast as I possibly can. So did I make you wait long enough? Okay, I'm going to insert a picture here of what the full kit looks like. So right here. Ta-da! I have had so much fun putting this together with a couple of amazing friends. So first of all, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the pattern. The pattern was designed by Patty Brake from Newfoundland, 4 boys and a Newfoundland girl. And she designed this pattern. As you can tell, we have a bit of a bumblebee theme going on. And this was test stitched by my friend Robin, who actually, I know, she's a dear friend. She lives just a few hours away from me, and Patty met her at the retreat a few months back, and so they became good friends, and Robin agreed to do the test stitch for Patty's design for this kit. So here you have it. This is the chart that will be coming with the kit. Robin has stitched hers on a 14 count Aida. This is a pale pink. It's a really beautiful dyed. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure you can see the color of it. It's just a really lovely soft pink. So it's a 14 count Aida that she stitched this on. And that just goes to show you can stitch this particular pattern on whatever fabric you like. Linen, Aida, you know, 12, I'm thinking 22 count, hardanger, whatever you want. It has some back stitching and it has some French knots. You're going to see the French knots appear within the centers of the flower. They make the eye of the flower just kind of pop out just a little bit more. Isn't it pretty? So this is the pattern for the kit, and I think Patty did a great job. So you will be receiving this as a PDF copy along with the purchase of the kit. Okay, next up we have the second part of the kit, which is, and I did mention this yesterday, so you knew it was coming. I have a scissor fob. It is a chain mail scissor fob that has been handmade by Carrie from the Creative Curator, and you can find her on Instagram at the Creative Curator, and also on Etsy, and I will link to her below. She has made these absolutely beautiful chainmail captured bead scissor fobs. They have a bumblebee charm on the bottom. They have a nice sized lobster claw on the top. They have a lovely little handmade charm at the top there as well. And if you look closely at those beads, they look like the color of honey. Carrie put so much thought into these that, you know, I just, her workmanship is impeccable. And every single one of these, I've looked at all 40 of them. They are all perfect. They are all identically perfect. Every single loop is perfect. They're stunning. And I just think that this is it's a treasure. It's just a treasure. So you will receive one of these in with your kit. I hope you love them. Okay. The other thing is, and did I take one out? No, I didn't take one out. I have see the charm that she's used on the bottom, the bumblebee? I have 40 of these that I will be making into the zipper pulls for the bag. So you're gonna have a matching bumblebee charm for your zipper pull on your bag. And now I'll show you the bags. So the bag is a little bit of a choose your own adventure. So stick with me for a minute because I need to explain that you've got some options here. So hopefully you like what I'm about to show you. The fabric that I chose, I actually had it in 2 colorways. One of them was a creamy white, and the other one was a pale corally baby pink. So here's the bags. This is the bag. Now you'll see there's 2 of them because you get to choose which one you want. I have enough to make 20 of the white and 20 of the pale pink. And because this is a custom order, a custom pre-order, I've made sure that I have enough fabric to make 20 large flat cross stitch totes. And I know that because many of you will order medium size, that may mean that I may have a little bit of fabric left over at the end. And if I do, I'll make a few extra sets and pop them in the shop without being part of the full kit. But that will be afterwards, after I made sure that I have enough fabric for everybody. Okay, so you're gonna notice 4 different listings on the Etsy site. You're gonna notice 2 listings with the white and 2 listings with the light pink, because you'll have a choice in size. You can either choose the medium set or the large flat set. With your bag, oh, and I should show you the liner. I chose a baby organic 100% cotton white liner to go on the inside of these bags because I love the hand feel of it. I love the quality of it. It's kind of almost like a brushed cotton. It's soft and it's really, I love a white liner. I've said that before. They're my favorite because I can see everything so easily and clearly of what's in the bag. So it's a really crisp white on the inside, but it's just got that really nice soft hand feel. And it's 100% organic cotton. So I thought that fit with our naturey bumblebee theme. So with your set, the pink set, the notions pouch that's going to come with the, and I say pink, it's not really a pink. I really think it's more on the coral spectrum. And if you look inside the smaller flower here, it's more of a coral than a pink. So the notions pouch that I've paired with this one is a coral one. It's a coral floral, try saying that 10 times fast. A coral floral pouch, and this will come with either the medium or the large. I also thought that it paired beautifully with the white as well. So if you're a fan of coral, you're going to choose the coral pouch because with the white one, you're going to have a choice for your notions pouch. I have enough fabric to make 35 of these coral ones. I'm making 40 kits total. I only have enough to make 35. So I'm really hoping that there are at least 5 of you who really don't like coral, and perhaps you would prefer to have a beautiful magenta notions pouch. So it's showing up a little bit brighter than it is. Actually, it's a beautiful bright magenta. So if you love dark colors, it's right up your street. You know I love magenta. And the inside of this flower is a little bit more of that magenta-y color. So it's a little bit different than the coral bag. However, I still think I love coral, and I think that this pairs beautifully as well. So 4 listings, but with the white bag, I really need you to specify on your order which bag, which Notions pouch you would prefer. And all you need to do is leave me a note that says coral pouch please, or magenta pouch please. I have enough of the magenta fabric, I can do more than 5. So if I have more than 5 people who don't want the coral, that's fine too. I have enough of the magenta if you'd prefer that. So there you have it. I hope you like these. I have had so much fun putting them together. It has been a topsy-turvy summer, and knowing that I had this to still look forward to has been really, really fun. So as soon as I have uploaded this video, the listings will be in the shop. So you can go right over to the Etsy site, which is www.evertote.com, and you can have a look at everything that I've got there. And I hope you like it. And thanks for looking, and thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. I will see you next Monday for a regular floss tube video from Off the Grid. I'll see you next Monday. Happy stitching. Take care. Me again, later in the day, and I've even changed my shirt. Just a quick note about the PDF pattern that's going to come with the kit. I've been having some trouble figuring out how to attach a digital download along with a physical item for sale on the Etsy shop. So what I'm going to do to keep this really easy is, once you make a purchase, as soon as I get it, so you know I'm not on the computer 24 hours a day, but as soon as I get that order in, I'll go in and I will find your email address on your buyer information, and I'm going to email you directly the PDF of the pattern once you have purchased the kit. If you have not received it within 48 hours of your purchase, please go and check your spam folders, because 99 times out of 100, that's where it ends up if you haven't received it from me. I'm usually pretty reliable at sending it out pretty darn quick. 48 hours would be extreme. So if you haven't received it from me within 48 hours, please go check your spam folders. And then if it's still not there, email me, message me, and I'll make sure that we figure out what happened. So I apologize for that little, it's not quite as seamless as I would like it to be, but I still think that this will work quite well. This is how I did it last year for Ginger Gerald's pattern, and so we'll do it again this year. It's like, it's becoming a tradition. So anyways, I'll see you later. Happy stitching. Thanks, guys.